Signs don't precede, they follow. Neville Goddard. Today we're diving into an intriguing journey, exploring how our thoughts and feelings don't just mirror our reality, but actually shape it. We will uncover the transformative power that lies within us, the ability to manifest our deepest desires by simply assuming they're already fulfilled. We are going to take a look at the law of assumption and contrast its principles with those of the law of attraction. Join me as we unravel the mysteries and profound potential of these laws and discover how they can empower us in ways we've never imagined. The law of assumption finds its roots in the teachings of Neville Goddard, a renowned mystic and spiritual teacher. Goddard was a profound influence in the New Thought movement, a philosophy that believes in the transformative power of the mind. Born in Barbados, Goddard moved to the United States as a young man and eventually devoted his life to teaching others about the law of assumption. The law of assumption, as taught by Goddard, involves shaping your reality by assuming the feeling of already possessing what you desire, essentially living in the end result. This goes beyond simply wanting something. It's about deeply feeling and believing that you already have it. Goddard believed that our assumptions, whether they are conscious or subconscious, dictate our experiences and our reality. He held that our mental states are projected into the world around us, shaping our world in accordance with our assumptions. Goddard emphasized, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Let's explore what the law of assumption really means. At its core, it's the idea that you can shape your own reality simply by embodying the feeling of having already attained your desires. This concept is deeply intertwined with manifestation, a process where you attract and realize tangible outcomes in your life through the power of belief and attraction. The law of assumption is closely tied to the concept of manifestation, which is all about bringing something tangible into your life through attraction and belief. It's like sending out a cosmic order and having the universe deliver it right at your doorstep. That's the essence of the law of assumption at work. It's a mental and emotional alignment with your deepest desires. The central premise of this law is that our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions create our reality. It's like you're the artist, and your life is the canvas. You can paint whatever picture you want using the colors of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. This is where the role of positive and negative focus comes into play. If you focus on positive thoughts and emotions, you'll attract positive experiences and outcomes. Conversely, if you focus on negative thoughts and emotions, you'll likely attract negative experiences. It's like tuning into a radio frequency. What you dial into is what you'll receive. And don't forget, this is a law. It's working all the time, whether you're aware of it or not. The law of assumption operates on the belief that you are already that which you want to be. Now, isn't that an empowering thought? Let's look at it a different way. Imagine your mind as a powerful broadcasting tower, transmitting signals out into the universe. These signals are your thoughts and feelings, each carrying a unique vibration. Now, every thought, every feeling creates a specific vibration. Picture these vibrations as ripples in a pond, spreading out, touching everything in their path. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to these vibrations. It mirrors back to us experiences that correspond to the frequency of our emitted vibrations. Essentially, the law of assumption is a cosmic reflection of our internal state. But how do we control these vibrations? The key, as taught by Neville Goddard, is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This means to immerse yourself in the feelings and emotions as if you already have what you desire. If it's a new job you're seeking, assume the feeling of excitement and fulfillment that would come with it. If it's a loving relationship, embody the warmth and contentment that love brings. Embodying these feelings creates vibrations that correspond with your desire. It's like tuning your broadcasting tower to the exact frequency of what you want to attract. When you do this, the universe can't help but respond with experiences that match this vibration. Now, there's a subtle but important point here. It's not just about thinking or visualizing what you want. It's about feeling it, living it, as if it's already yours. This is what sets the law of assumption apart. It's not about wanting or hoping for something, it's about assuming you already have it, and aligning your feelings with this assumption. Indeed, this requires a leap of faith, a willingness to trust in the unseen. But remember, it's not about convincing others or the universe, it's about convincing yourself. It's about shifting your internal state to match the reality you desire. And when you do this, the universe will mirror this reality back to you. So engage in this powerful practice. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and watch as your reality begins to shift. As Goddard said, you become what you contemplate. So, how does this differ from the law of attraction? Well, let's explore that. The law of attraction, made popular by the book and film The Secret, operates on a simple yet powerful premise: like attracts like. In other words, your thoughts, both positive and negative, bring about their physical counterparts in your life. It suggests that by focusing on positive or negative thoughts, one can bring about positive or negative experiences. Now, how does this compare to Neville Goddard's law of assumption? Here's the key difference. While the law of attraction focuses primarily on the power of thoughts, the law of assumption takes it a step further. It emphasizes not only on thoughts, but more so on the feeling of already being in possession of what we desire. Think of it this way. The law of attraction is like saying, I want a new car, so I'll think positively about getting a new car. On the other hand, the law of assumption is like saying, I feel the joy and excitement of already owning that new car. Both laws have their merits and have helped countless people manifest their desires. However, the law of assumption, with its emphasis on feeling, provides an added dimension, making our desires feel more real and thus more attainable. So, while the law of attraction focuses on thoughts, the law of assumption is all about feeling. Now that we understand the law of assumption, how can we apply it in our lives? Well, the first step is to identify your desire. What is it that you truly want? It could be anything: a new job, a loving relationship, or even a personal transformation. Be clear about your desire and hold it in your mind. Next, feel as if you already have it. This is the key to the law of assumption. Don't just think about your desire, feel it. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the excitement of already having what you want. This can be challenging, especially when our current reality doesn't match our desires. But remember, it's the feeling that brings about the manifestation. Then focus on these feelings. Bask in them. The more you do this, the more you align yourself with your desire. Visualize your desire, use affirmations to reinforce it, and express gratitude as though it's already yours. These practices can help to deepen those feelings. Lastly, let go and trust. This might be the hardest part. After all, it's natural to worry about how and when our desires will manifest. But the law of assumption encourages us to trust in the process. Let go of the how and when and simply trust that it will happen. Remember, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and watch it manifest. To help understand this better, let's look at some practical examples. Picture a writer yearning for a publishing deal. She spends her days not in worry, but in the feeling of already being a published author, imagining her name on the book's spine, the weight of the novel in her hands, the joy of seeing it in a bookstore window. She embodies the feeling so completely that her reality shifts to match her assumption. Or consider a man who longs for a partner. Instead of focusing on his loneliness, he lives in the feeling of companionship, of shared laughter and comfortable silences. He holds the feeling of love so fully in his heart that his reality, like a mirror, reflects his assumption back at him. These examples are not about denying current circumstances, but about choosing to live in the feeling of the desired reality. These examples illustrate how powerful the law of assumption can be. The law of assumption is not a magic wand, but a tool of empowerment. It's a shift in mindset, a new way of thinking that can drastically change the way you perceive and interact with the world around you. It's about assuming the feeling of your desire as already fulfilled and trusting in the process. It's about understanding that your thoughts and feelings can shape your reality, and using this knowledge to guide your life in the direction you desire. As we wrap up, remember, the key to harnessing the power of the law of assumption lies in practice and consistency. It's not a one-time event, but a journey, a process. So continue to explore, experiment, and experience. Apply these concepts in your own life, and witness the transformation that follows. Thank you for watching. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.